I think I am live. Okay, Sanjay is already here. Good evening, Sanjay. Very good evening, very good evening. Anybody else? Good evening, guys. How are you? I hope you all are doing just fine. Enjoying your preparation. Hello, hello, hello. आ जाओ, आ जाओ. जल्दी आओ भाई, जल्दी आओ. The class has already started. Come on, come on, come on, fast. Aditya Saxena. Aditya, is this your first class? Hello, Ayush. Aditya, is this your first class? Hi, Pavit. Sushil. Hello. Okay, okay. Good evening, everyone. Then, so let's not waste any more time. As we all are very familiar with the YouTube platform, we won't get much time for this module, for this session, and we have to make the most out of this. ठीक है? Hello, Abhishek. Hello, everyone. Hello, 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 hello. I think I should start now. I think I should start. चलिए, तो दोस्तों, for those who are new to this channel, my name is Manish Mishra. I secured an All India rank of 568 in GATE 2015, and since then I have been teaching GATE and ESE aspirants, and overall I have garnered an experience of 5 years in this field. Okay, Aditya, I got it. Don't worry, Aditya. I hope you will enjoy this content provided by me. The subjects, friends, that I primarily take are manufacturing science, industrial OR, as well as material science. Okay? So I think that's all for my description part. And without wasting any time, let us just straight away move to the part where we left the class yesterday. And I think this was it. Okay, here it is. So, in the last class, friends, for those who are new to this class, let me just give a brief introduction of this particular module or unit. Friends, we are currently studying inventory management or inventory control. संजय को स्पेशल क्लास की एक क्वेश्चन में डाउट है जो क्लास आपने इसके पहले ली थी. ओके संजय, डोंट वरी, टुमारो इज गोइंग टू बी अनदर स्पेशल क्लास ऑन द अनअकैडमी ऐप. Today I will cover the inventory model number 1 in this chapter, and tomorrow we will be going to solve questions of inventory model 1 on the special class. Okay, so you can be present there and we can discuss that question. Don't worry. Okay, Rajan, don't worry, I will discuss holding cost. Good evening, Ashwin. Good evening, very good evening. I was waiting. Where was Ashwin? Yeah? Here he is. So guys, remember, those who are new to this class, let me just introduce this chapter. We are discussing inventory control, inventory management, and under the inventory control topic, we have moved on to a part where we were discussing the various costs involved in inventory management. So yesterday under this particular topic, we discussed what is purchase cost, then we discussed what is ordering cost. For seller it is ordering cost, and for manufacturer it is setup cost. Okay. Good evening, Arunopal. Good evening. Let us concentrate on the class now. Okay? A lot of good evening has already happened. Now, in the last class, I give you a brief description about holding cost. Some people might have doubt in this particular part, but guys, remember, this time I am going to be repeating it the last time, so please concentrate. The holding cost has a relation CH multiplied by I average. Here is the relation CH multiplied by I average. Yesterday I gave one example. Okay. What was that example? Let's say one person came to stay in a hotel and he said he is going to stay for one night. The hotel will charge him as per one person and one night stay. Let's say 5% came in that very same hotel and they all said to stay for one night. The hotel will charge them as per 5% for one night. So here what I am saying is, I am first saying that the quantity matters when somebody is boarding or holding or carrying something at some place. The hotel is basically lodging the guests, holding the guests. So when there are 5 guests and when there is 1 guest, quantity matters. The cost that is going to be bared by the hotel or the cost that the hotel is going to charge the customers will be different for 5 customers and it is going to be different for 1 customer. Basically what I am saying is, when 5 people will stay, the cost will be 5 times of that. Now, let's say those 5 people decided that one of them will stay for 5 days, one of them will stay for 4 days, one of them will stay for 3 days, one will stay for 2 days and one will stay for 1 day. Now what happens? The hotel will have to charge one person for a stay of 5 days, one person for a stay of 4 days, one person for a stay of 3 days. Now what I am trying to explain here is, remember, first I told you that the cost is going to vary in terms of quantity. 1 से 5 होगा तो cost vary करेगा. Now I am saying is, the duration that these people are going to stay in the hotel will also determine the cost. अगर कोई 5 दिन रुकेगा तो कॉस्टिंग अलग आएगी, कोई 4 दिन रुकेगा तो कॉस्टिंग अलग आएगी. What I am saying is, whenever we have to consider holding cost or carrying cost, 2 things come into action. One is quantity, other is period or duration. Up until now, the costs that we have discussed, like the ordering cost or the purchase cost, they both depend on quantity, but duration was not in action. They both depend on quantity, but duration was not playing its part. Now, for first time, in the case of holding cost, it depends both on quantity as well as on duration. Now, let me just erase all these and explain you in fresh page. Okay, I told you all guys yesterday that suppose there is a shopkeeper who is ordering 90 packets of Maggi on the first of every month. Okay, and what happens is that on the very first day of the month, 90 packets are going to be there in the shop. But after one day, what will happen? 3 packets of Maggi will get sold out. Only 87 packets Maggi will remain there. So all I am saying is 90 packets stayed for 1 day. 87 packets stayed for 29 days. Similarly, on the very last day, there will be only 3 packets left and I will say that 3 packets stayed in my shop for the entire month, entire 30 days. So remember guys, the holding cost I will calculate in such a way that I will make sure that for the last 3 packets of Maggi, I will calculate the holding cost for 30 days. They spent 30 days in the hotel room. But these 3 packets of Maggi that got sold on the very first day, they spent only 1 day inside my shop. So I will have to calculate the carrying cost, the holding cost only as per those 3 days. Now, what happens is, this becomes a very exhausting job. If I have to calculate the holding cost in such a way, it will become very, very difficult for me to calculate the holding cost behind 3 packets of Maggi that have stayed for different duration inside the shop. So what I did, I chose a number which basically I told is an average number. And how did I found this average value? the maximum value that was present in the shop was 90 and the minimum value was 0. So what I did, I made the average as 90 plus 0 by 2, that is 45. Now all I am saying is, just consider that this 45 packets of Maggi stayed for an entire 30 days. Entire 30 days. What I am assuming is, rather than 90 packets of Maggi staying for the first 3 days, 87 staying for the next 2 days, and on the last day, 30th day, 3 packets remained. What I am saying is, just say that 45 guests, 45 packets of Maggi stayed for the entire 30 days. And all I am saying is, the cost that you will incur, from this yellow shaded area, let's say the same cost we will incur from this green shaded area. Okay, so what I did is, instead of calculating the holding cost on every packet of Maggi differently, I just considered an average number of 45 and made sure that this average number stayed for the entire month inside the shop. I hope guys you are able to understand what I am trying to tell you here. Okay, now I also told in the last class that CH, the holding cost, it has a unit rupees per unit per time. Okay, so rupees per unit per time कहने का मतलब क्या है? If I'll say that 1 rupee is the holding cost behind 1 unit for 1 month, that means if 1 packet of Maggi stayed for an entire month in my shop, then the holding cost behind that packet will only be rupees 1. ठीक है? So for those who didn't understand what I explained as per holding cost yesterday, this was a brief part. Now I am going to proceed. So I am going to move on, guys. Okay, guys, the last cost in this particular section is the shortage cost or the stockout cost. Guys, I am not going to explain the shortage cost or stockout cost right now. I'll explain this part when it will come into action. Okay, so for currently I am going to skip this part. Remember, I have skipped this part and I will definitely explain it. You don't have to worry, it is on me. Okay, चलिए आगे बढ़ता हूँ. So now the total cost. Okay, now the total cost. What is the total cost? The total cost, guys, will be something like this. First, there was a purchase cost, then there was an ordering cost, then there was an holding cost, and if shortage is mentioned, then there will be a shortage cost as well. So when I will add up all the cost, जो मेरे को 35 रुपए की मैगी मिली थी, purchase cost, when I added the ordering cost in that, let's say 1 rupees behind 1 packet of Maggi, that became 36 rupees. When I will add the holding cost, let's say 1 more rupees, it became 37. Okay, so after finding the total cost, that is 37, I will have to make sure that I sell the packet of Maggi for more than 37 rupees in order to make profit. So that's all, guys. That's all up to this part. Now, the most important thing for which we are studying this chapter, that is EOQ or economic order quantity. Now guys, what is economic order quantity? Let me just move to the part where I have placed the definition of economic order quantity in this slide. So this is the definition, guys. This is the definition. The economic order quantity is the order quantity. The economic order quantity is the order quantity that minimizes the total variable cost for the year. The economic order quantity is the order quantity that minimizes the total variable cost. Remember this line, that minimizes the total variable cost. क्या है economic order quantity? वो order quantity है, वो lot size है, वो number है जिस number की मैगी अगर मंगाऊंगा, that will minimize the total variable cost for the year. Remember this term, for the year. Okay, now I am going to explain you. चलिए. Let me just draw a graph here. Okay. So guys, just now we have seen that in case of total cost, there is one term called as purchase cost, then there is ordering cost, then there is holding cost, and if shortage cost is not mentioned, let's just skip shortage cost right now. So अगर मैं ये तीन cost जोड़ देता हूं तो that will give me my total cost. Now remember suppose what I am trying to explain you here is, if you will check out the formula of all the three costs, just let me write it down. Okay, if you will check out the formula of all the three costs, you know what you will notice. Suppose guys, I order 100 packets of Maggi and 35 is the purchase cost for one unit. I know that my purchase bill will be as per rupees 3500. Let's say I ordered 1000 packet of Maggi with a purchase cost of 35 rupees. I know my purchase order bill is going to be for 35,000 rupees. All I am saying is, whether I order 100, whether I order 1000, the purchase cost will definitely be in proportion to the quantity. The purchase cost will definitely be in proportion to the quantity, but I know that whether I order 100 or whether I order 1000, all I am saying is, let's say that 100 is the requirement for 1 month, 1000 is the total requirement of 10 months. 1000 is the total requirement of 10 months. If I order for 1 month, I'll pay 3500, and I also know that the next month also I have to bear the cost of 3500 and the very next month more 3500. That way, if I keep on ordering 35 into 100, or if I keep on ordering 100 units every month, after 10 months I will order 1000 unit and the total bill would have become 35,000. Let's say initially I ordered a lot which was valid for the entire 10 months. Let's say I ordered a lot of Maggi which is enough for me and it will sustain 10 months. Then also guys, remember, I will pay 35,000 only. Whether I order 100 for 10 months or I order the entire lot in one time, I will pay 35,000 only. I hope you are able to understand my point. अरे 100 पैकेट हर महीना मंगाऊं 10-10 महीने तक, चाहे एक बार में 1000 पैकेट मंगा लूं, जो परचेस कॉस्ट है, उसको प्रोक्योर करने की जो कॉस्ट है, परचेस करने की जो कॉस्ट है, दैट इज सेम. So I will be paying 3500 in 1 month and 35,000 in 10 months, sorry, in 1 month, or I will pay 35 into 10, that is 35,000 for the entire 10 months. Let me use an eraser and erase this part. I hope you might have understood what I am trying to say here. Now, listen to me very, very carefully. Listen to me very, very carefully. Now, let's say I order 100 packets of Maggi in a month. And I know that I will order another 100 for the next month, another 100 for the next month, and similarly in 10 months time, I will order 1000 packets of Maggi. But remember, if I straight away order 1000 of packet Maggi in once, एक ही बार में 1000 मंगा लिया, परचेस कॉस्ट पे तो टोटल उस ड्यूरेशन को कंपेयर करते हुए कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा. बट रिमेंबर गाइस, इफ आई विल कंसीडर ऑर्डरिंग कॉस्ट, what is the formula for ordering cost? C naught, that is 100 rupees per order. टेम्पो वाले का भाड़ा 100 रुपए पर ऑर्डर है. मैं जितने बार ऑर्डर करूंगा उतने बार टेम्पो वाले को भाड़ा दूंगा. मैं जितने बार ऑर्डर करूंगा उतने बार टेम्पो वाले को भाड़ा दूंगा. 4 बार ऑर्डर करूंगा 400 रुपए भाड़ा दूंगा. 5 बार ऑर्डर करूंगा 500 रुपए भाड़ा हो जाएगा. बट अगर मैं 100 पैकेट मैगी 10 महीने तक 100 ऑर्डर करता रहा, इफ आई कीप ऑन ऑर्डरिंग 100 पैकेट्स ऑफ मैगी फॉर 10 months, आई विल कीप ऑन पेइंग 100 रुपीज टू द टेम्पो वाला एवरी मंथ एंड द टोटल ऑर्डरिंग कॉस्ट विल बी 1000 रुपीज. But remember guys, if I order 1000 packets of Maggi in once, I will have to use the tempo service only one time and I will pay only 100 rupees for the total procurement, for the total ordering, transportation of this 1000 packet of Maggi. So all I am trying to say here is, if you will increase the lot size, 100 से अगर सीधा 1000 मंगाओगे, if you will increase the lot size, your ordering cost will decrease. Purchase cost पे कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा, परचेस कॉस्ट पे कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा लॉट साइज का. लॉट साइज का मतलब क्या था, एक बार में कितना मंगाता हूं. अरे अगर एक बार में 100 मंगाया, 10 महीने तक 100 मंगाता रहूंगा, परचेस कॉस्ट पे कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा. बट रिमेंबर द ऑर्डरिंग कॉस्ट विल सफर, द ऑर्डरिंग कॉस्ट विल सफर, द ऑर्डरिंग कॉस्ट विल डिक्रीज ड्रास्टिकली अगर मैंने लॉट साइज को इंक्रीज कर दिया तो. Similarly, if I will consider the case of holding cost, let's say I order 100 packets of Maggi in a month. I will have to make sure that I calculate the cost of holding behind these 100 packets of Maggi. But if I order 1000 in once, you know what will happen? 100 packets will get sold in the first month, but the next 900 packets will remain in my shop for one more month. Then 100 packets will get sold in the next month, then 800 will remain in my shop for the another third month. What I am trying to explain you here is, because the Maggies will spend a huge amount of time in my shop, as I have ordered the 10-month lot in once, what will happen guys? The holding cost will increase if I will increase the lot size. So remember guys, परचेस कॉस्ट पे कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ा, चाहे मैं लॉट साइज को कम करूं चाहे ज्यादा करूं, वेदर आई ऑर्डर 100, 1000 और 10, purchase cost will not suffer, because in a particular duration of time, I will have to order that entire unit somehow. Whether I order 10 at a time or 100 at a time or 1000 at a time, in a duration of time, I will have to order the entire units. So the purchase cost will not suffer, but ordering cost and holding cost, they will vary with respect to my lot size. If I will order a higher amount in once, a large quantity in once, my ordering cost will decrease. टेम्पो वाले का खर्चा बचा लूंगा, but my holding cost will increase. Similarly, if I will decrease the lot size, अगर मैं lot size को बहुत कम कर दूंगा, my ordering cost will increase drastically. I will have to use the tempo वाला service again and again, and I will again and again have to pay 100 rupees. But remember guys, अगर मैं 10 पैकेट मंगाता हूं एक बार में, तो मेरा holding cost drastically decrease भी हो जाएगा. So with that I am going to draw a graph. Let's say I plot cost in this axis and quantity in this axis. सुनते चलिएगा, cost in this axis, quantity in this axis. Now what will happen if I draw the graph of ordering cost? I know that on increasing the lot size, ordering cost will decrease. On increasing the lot size, एक बार में अगर ज्यादा मंगा लिया, if the quantity has increased, then the ordering cost will decrease. Oh, Ashwin is giving me some reality check here. तो देखो, ordering cost का ग्राफ हो गया ये. As the quantity is increasing, the cost is decreasing. Okay. Similarly, if I draw the graph of holding cost, it will be something like this. अगर एक बार में काफी ज्यादा क्वांटिटी मंगा ली, तो I should understand that कि मेरा जो कॉस्टिंग है वो बहुत बढ़ गया. The holding cost increase drastically. Now, if I'll draw the graph of total cost now, the total cost graph will go something like this. The total cost graph will go something like this. This is the graph of total cost. Remember, I didn't draw purchase cost. Why? Because this is the fixed part. This is the fixed part. I know how much quantity I will order. Whatever quantity I will order in 1 year time. Let's say I fix a time period of 1 year. Okay. I fix the time period as 1 year. Remember this. This is very important. Let me circle this with red color. Very important. Let me draw some stars here. Very important. All the calculation that I am explaining you here is going to be, let's say, for 1 year time. The duration I have fixed for 1 year. Guys, I know that if I consume 90 packets of Maggi every month, the customer demand is 90 packets every month, 3 packets per day, 21 packets per week. Then for an year, I will have to order 90 into 12 packets of Maggi. Now, if each packet of Maggi will cost me 35 rupees, I know whether I will order 90 every month, or I order 180 in once, or I order 270 in once, or I order the entire lot of 1 year in once. I will have to pay the same purchase cost for a duration of 1 year. But remember guys, same is not the case for ordering and holding cost. साल भर का अगर एक बार में मंगा लोगे तो ऑर्डरिंग कॉस्ट घट जाएगा, साल भर का अगर एक बार में मंगाओगे तो होल्डिंग कॉस्ट बढ़ जाएगा. So that is the total case scenario. The total cost graph completely depends on ordering cost and holding cost, and purchase part is fixed. Now, the question here is why the total cost first dips down. That means up until this point, let me use red color. Up until this point, the total cost graph is behaving like ordering cost, and beyond this point, it is behaving like holding cost. Okay. Now, how can we understand this? See, if you will increase the lot size, suppose there was a point here which has a lot size of this, and there is a point here which has a lot size this. Now what I did, I increased the lot size, I increased the quantity, I increased the lot size, I increased the quantity. Listen to me very, very carefully. If I increase the quantity, I will instantly save the ordering cost. Why? Because I know that if I would have ordered 90 units, I would have paid the tempo wala 100 rupees. Now let's say if I ordered 180, the lot of 2 months in once, then also I will pay the tempo wala 100 rupees. So I know that for the next month, I will not have to pay the tempo wala, and I saved that money instantly. Just write something in the comment box, a yes or no in between, or something like that in between, so that I will feel ki, yeah, you are there in the class, you people are there attending and listening. Okay, so keep commenting. It will create an atmosphere for me. Otherwise, it is very difficult for a teacher to sit in front of a laptop and keep on saying something, and in return he is not getting something. Okay, it is very difficult. So just write something in the comment box so that I know that you all are there. So guys, listen to me very carefully. I am saying that कि अगर मैंने quantity को increase किया, if I will increase the quantity, instantly I will save the tempo wala's money. That is going to be my profit. But remember, if I keep on increasing the lot size, if I will keep on increasing the quantity, I know the ordering cost I have already saved. I have already saved the ordering cost. But now what will happen? After 1 month of time, I will realize that I have ordered the lot size equivalent to 2 months. So for the first month, For the first month, I kept the entire 180 packets of Maggi. And you know what will happen? For that month, my holding cost will increase. So all I am saying is that the effect of holding cost will come into action after a certain period of time. होल्डिंग कॉस्ट का जो इफेक्ट है वो आपको बाद में झटका देगा. इट विल मेक इट्स इफेक्ट आफ्टर अ सर्टेन पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम. बट जो ऑर्डरिंग कॉस्ट का इफेक्ट है दैट वाज इंस्टेंटली. सो इनिशियली व्हेन आई इंक्रीज द लॉट साइज, the total cost dips down because the ordering cost was decreasing and the holding cost could not show its effect instantly. But when the holding cost started showing its effect after this point, when the holding cost started showing its effects, then the total cost again starts increasing. So now guys, at this point, the point that I have marked in red color, the total cost is minimum. At this point guys, the total cost is minimum. The total cost is minimum. And remember, all the calculation has been done for 1 year. All the calculation has been done for 1 year. So when the total cost will minimize, जब टोटल कॉस्ट मिनिमाइज हो जाएगा, when the total cost will minimize, then only I can say that the profit that I will make will be maximum. अरे जब बिजनेस में होने वाला खर्चा मिनिमम, तभी तो बोलूंगा ना कि बिजनेस में होने वाला प्रॉफिट क्या, मैक्सिमम. So guys, this is the gold here. This is gold here. This point. इसके करस्पॉन्डिंग जो क्वांटिटी है, वी से दिस इज द ऑप्टिमल ऑर्डर क्वांटिटी. ऑप्टिमल ऑर्डर क्वांटिटी, और वी से दिस इज द इकोनॉमिक ऑर्डर क्वांटिटी. व्हाई? बिकॉज रिमेंबर गाइज, इफ आई विल ऑर्डर दिस क्वांटिटी ऑफ प्रोडक्ट, if I will order this much Maggi, I don't know whether it is the quantity of 1 month, of 2 months, or 3 months, 1.5 months, 4.5 months. I don't know. I don't know whether this lot size is valid for 1 month or 15 days or the whole year. Whatever it may be. But if I will order exactly this much quantity of Maggi every time when I place an order, you know what will happen? For an entire year, my total cost will minimize. And if in business my total cost minimize, my friends, my profit will be maximum. So this order quantity is gold for me. I will have to make sure, if I want to make maximum profit, if I want to run my business in the most optimal way, I will have to order optimal order quantity or economic order quantity, the quantity which is most economical, optimal, most profitable for me. But remember, all this calculation I have made is for a duration of 1 year. ऑप्टिमल ऑर्डर क्वांटिटी वो है दोस्तों जहां पे बैलेंस स्ट्राइक हो गया, ऑर्डरिंग कॉस्ट और होल्डिंग कॉस्ट का बैलेंस स्ट्राइक हो गया. अगर मैं if I will order more than the optimal order quantity, the total cost will increase because the balance will disturb. If I will order less, then also the balance will disturb. Ajay Kumar is asking how it is possible, sir. Ajay, I do not get your question. I do not get your question. Be more specific, Ajay. Ajay, I want you to be more specific. What is the question you are asking? Yes, Arunopal. Optimal order quantity that we have calculated is for a duration of 1 year. Ajay, can you repeat your question? Ajay, I do not get your question. Be more specific. What are you asking? What are you asking? I am just saying that for the quantities below this, for quantities lesser than the optimal order quantity, if you will compare the cost, you know what will happen? The ordering cost will increase, holding cost will decrease, the balance will disturb. But for this exact amount of quantity, you see I have drawn the line from here only. The cost line will be from this point only. At this juncture, at this point, both ordering and holding cost are same. We will check these each and everything, we will verify, you don't have to worry. ठीक है ना भाइयों? Just take a screenshot, just take a screenshot if you want, or you can draw this in your copy on your own also. If you want, I can wait for 10 seconds or 15 seconds. ठीक है ना भाई? स्क्रीनशॉट ले लो, बाद में बना लेना, कोई दिक्कत वाली बात नहीं है. I have explained you this. I have explained you this. Sachin Sharma is asking, but sir, purchase cost should also decrease if we purchased in a lot number. अरे यार सचिन, Sachin, awesome man, awesome. You know the reality. You know the reality. Yes, Sachin, you are correct. Let me just contradict with my point. In reality, this happens. In reality, this happens. If I will ask a wholesaler, I am only buying 100 units. He will charge me with 35 rupees. But remember, if I will ask him, I am going to buy 1000 units at once. He might give me some discount. He might give me some discount. But he might also say कि नहीं भैया तुम 100 लेके जाओ, मैगी लिमिटेड है, we have limited number of मैगी, we have to serve every shopkeeper. तुम अगले महीने 100 खरीदना, no need to buy 1000 in once. I will not give you any discount if you will buy. Okay? So if the per unit cost, ये 35 रुपए अगर मैं वेरी करूंगा जिसको मैंने फिक्स कर दिया है, if the per unit cost will decrease of Maggi, then the purchase cost will vary. Otherwise remember, whether I order 100 at once or whether I order 500 at once, for a year, for a time period of 1 year, I will only order that much which is going to be the total demand of the market in the entire 1 year. Okay, Sachin? Okay, Sachin, have I conveyed my point? Have I conveyed my point? I hope I have. So let me move on. So guys, this is the total concept of economic order quantity. Let me just move on to that particular slide where I have wrote the definition. So the definition is this, guys. The economic order quantity is the order quantity that minimizes the total variable cost. Remember, the total cost had 3 parts: purchase cost, fixed cost and variable cost. Oh, sorry, what I said. The total variable cost had 3 parts: purchase cost, ordering cost, holding cost. Out of those 3, purchase cost was fixed. The variable parts were only the holding cost and the ordering cost. So the total variable cost were the holding cost and the ordering cost. So remember, economic order quantity has an effect on these two only. Basically, economic order quantity minimizes the total variable cost for 1 year. All I have talked about the explanation part, it was 1 year. Okay. So guys, I hope I have explained you thoroughly. Let us just move on to the analytical part now. So guys, listen. The next topic is types of inventory models. Listen to me very, very carefully. Inventory models are first distributed in 2 forms. One as deterministic inventory model, other one as probabilistic inventory model. Okay, when I consider a product like Maggi, which is a general product, a general store product, I know that Maggi will sell on a regular basis. I know that every month Maggi is going to sell like hotcakes. It will almost sell every day, because it is a product that is getting consumed on a regular basis. But when I talk about winter clothes, when I talk about PK Nag, thermodynamics, these products, they do not get consumed on a daily basis, or you cannot just predict कि भैया इतना डिमांड इस प्रोडक्ट का आ जाएगा. So listen to me very very carefully. For a product like Maggie, if you know certain things, then you can determine everything about Maggie, or you can determine everything corresponding to an inventory model which is associated with Maggie. I am also from UP भाई. I am also from UP, वाराणसी. ठीक है ना. चलो अभी फालतू बात मत करो, काम की बात करो. यहाँ पे देखो सुनो. So all I am saying is, if you know something about Maggie, then you can determine almost everything related to the inventory model associated with Maggie. But for a book like PK Nag, which has certain selling hot points, or which sells only when certain external situation took place, like the admission in the first year in colleges took place, or the GATE form came out, or the coaching institute started taking admissions, or some new batch started on the Unacademy app, or some new batch started on the Unacademy YouTube channel, then you know what, the PK Nag sales will shoot up. So when a product is so unpredictable, so uncertain, for that products we will have to deal with the concept of probability. And we will have to make sure that the inventory models that deal with such products will include the concept of probability. I hope you all are getting my point. I hope you all are getting my point. So now guys, remember the deterministic inventory model part covers the 90% syllabus of this chapter inventory model. Deterministic inventory model will cover 90% of the syllabus. It will consume 90% of the time. And probabilistic inventory model is very very easy to discuss and to learn. It will cover only 10% time. It will require only 10% time. It will cover only 10% of the syllabus. So this part is most important. First we will discuss this, then we will discuss the rest of the 10% part. So guys, you know what? In the deterministic model category, in the deterministic model category, we are going to study 4 inventory models. We are going to study 4 inventory models. Out of these 4 inventory models, 2 models belongs to seller and 2 models belongs to manufacturer. Remember, seller is one who will procure and then sell. मंगाएगा, खरीदेगा, फिर बेचेगा. Manufacturer is one who will produce, जो बनाएगा, manufacturing करेगा, and then he will sell. But remember, whether he is a seller or he is a manufacturer, we have already discussed thoroughly. Each and every one of them has to manage their inventory. Inventory management means considering all the costs that are there in the inventory, and according to that cost decide your EOQ, decide your economic order quantity. Basically these 4 inventory models are also called as economic order quantity models or EOQ models. I will name them as EOQ model 1, EOQ model 2, EOQ model 3, EOQ model 4. 2 of the models out of these EOQ models are going to be for the seller and the remaining 2 will be for the manufacturer. Okay, so let me proceed. Prashant Parimi is asking, sir, what is single period? Prashant, what is this question? It is not even related to this topic. Okay, I just cannot randomly answer some question when pop-ups in the comment section. Okay, so we will discuss that. Don't worry. I will provide you my number. I will provide you my number and we will discuss that particular part. Okay, it is a completely different part. It is not related to this. Now let me proceed. So now one by one we are going to target each economic order quantity model. So first we will discuss EOQ model 1. First we will discuss EOQ model 1. The EOQ model 1 will first of all have certain assumptions. The Eoq model 1 will have certain assumptions. What are those assumptions? Number one assumption is that the demand will remain uniform. Yes, Arunopal, the EOQ 4 EOQ models are in the deterministic category. So, these are the three assumptions. These are the three assumptions that we are considering while discussing these EOQ models. Okay. All I am saying is I am currently discussing EOQ model 1. We will discuss 4 models in this category. 2 of the models are going to be for seller, 2 models are going to be for manufacturer. Now I am considering the very first model, and in the very first model there are 3 assumptions, and the assumptions are: number 1, the demand will remain uniform. What does this mean? It means if I will say 3 packets of Maggi get sold every day, then it means that if the demand remains uniform, then for every day 3 packets of Maggi will get sold, and in 1 week's time I will sell 21 packets Maggi, or 21 packets of Maggi will get consumed by the customers. In a month time 90 packets of Maggi will get consumed, and in a year's time 90 into 12, that is 1080 packets of Maggi will get consumed. I know that in reality this is not the case. If I will consider the sales of Maggi, if I'll go to some shopkeeper and I'll ask him, I want the sales record of Maggi, I will not find that every day 3 packets of Maggi got sold. On some particular day 5 packets of Maggi might got sold. On some particular day 10 packets might got sold. On some particular day no packet, no sales at all. But all I am saying is, for our calculation purpose, for making the economic order quantity model analytical part easy, the calculation part easy, all I am saying is, for the determination of economic order quantity, I am assuming that 3 packets of Maggi will get sold every day. Okay. Similarly, infinite replenishment rate means, infinite replenishment rate का मतलब क्या होता है? अरे भैया आप लोगों को बताया था, दुकानदार जो होता है वो जिस तारीख को मंगाता है, पैकेट मिलता है जब उसको, उसका इन्वेंट्री 0 से 90 सटाक से पहुंच जाता है instantaneously. Yes, Sachin, average will be taken instantaneously. Okay, again he might have ordered corresponding to the lead time and everything that I have already discussed, but when he will receive the order, 90 packets will be there in the shop instantly. So all I am saying is replenishment rate or the refill rate is infinite. It simply suggests that the model belongs to the seller. ओके, नो आयुष, तूफान के स्पीड से डिलीवरी नहीं, द डिलीवरी गाय विल टेक इट्स ओन स्वीट टाइम. डिलीवरी गाय तो अपना समय लेगा, बट व्हेन द डिलीवरी गाय विल डिलीवर ऑन दैट डे, आई हैड 0 पैकेट, बट एज सून एज आई गॉट द डिलीवरी, 0 से 90 का जो ट्रांजिशन है वो इंस्टेंट है. आई रिसीव्ड द 90 पैकेट्स, आई पुट इट इनसाइड माय शॉप, 0 से 90 का सफर इंस्टेंटेनियसली. ओके, but for the manufacturer that is not going to be the case. He will have to manufacture that. Okay now? So that is the difference. So the infinite replenishment rate simply makes sure that the models belong to the seller. So the EOQ model 1 basically belongs to the seller. The number one assumption was that the demand will remain uniform. One assumption is infinite replenishment rate, and dosto, this assumption, no shortage. This is the most important assumption of the lot. What does it mean? What does it mean? Okay, remember this point, what I am explaining you here, I am trying to give you one example, and I want you to understand this concept of shortage based on that example. Okay, suppose guys, I talk about Maggie. Maggie is one product which is available almost on every other shop. Almost on every other shop. Let's say if some guy has opened a daily need shop, he will also keep Maggie because he know that it sells. If some guy has opened a general store, he will also keep Maggie because he know it sells. I have even seen there is a milkman near to the market of my house. That milkman, he sells paneer, ghee, milk and everything. But he also keeps Maggie because he know that this will sell. So, for a product like Maggie, that is everywhere, and somehow you get out of stock with respect to Maggie. There is a shortage of Maggie in your shop. You get stock out of Maggie. You know what will happen? You will not only lose the opportunity to make profit behind those packets of Maggie, you might even lose your customers. Getting stock out for a product like Maggie, which sells like hotcakes, which is available everywhere, it is a crime. You ask a businessman or those students who are there in my class, those who belong to a family that runs a proper business, a shop or something, they know that for a product that sells well, you will have to make sure that that product is always present inside the shop or is always available in the inventory. But when I talk about a product when I talk about a what can I say? Okay. When I talk about a product like let's say 4 years back, 4 years back, GeoSIM came into existence. Magical time period, I would say. I mean, before GeoSIM came into existence, before the GeoSIM came into market, I was paying 250 rupees. 250 rupees for 1 GB of 3G data. 3G data, 1 GB, 250 rupees. And suddenly there was some godlike fellow who dropped GeoSIM, and I was able to get 4G speed, 1 GB every day, 2 GB every day, free. At that time, I remember I myself stood in a line. 100 people were there in the queue, and I waited for my turn. I was holding my Aadhaar card in my hand, wanted the GeoSIM. I myself went into that queue to procure one SIM. What I am trying to tell you here is that at that time there was a moment when GeoSIM was not available anywhere. Everybody was stock out. Nobody had GeoSIM. All sold out. Nobody had GeoSIM. At that time, I remember when I told a few of my friends that I have this kind of SIM and it is giving me 4G data every day for free. I am having the best time of my life. Okay. I watched thousands of YouTube videos during those days. So all I am saying here is, when I told some friends of mine that there is certain SIM like this, They all went to the local shop. There was a time when we used to go to a STD PCO shop and we used to ask them for the recharge. No Paytm, no phone pay, nothing was there. Life has become very easy in the past 4 years. But there was a time when I used to visit the local shop. फोन वाले भैया, भैया 10 का रिचार्ज कर दो, 20 का रिचार्ज कर दो, इंटरनेट का रिचार्ज कर दो, 3G रिचार्ज कर दो. So I remember that a few of my friends went to that bhaiya and asked him, I want GeoSIM. They all said we want GeoSIM. You know what he did? He took up a register, a pen, and he wrote everyone's name in that register and asked them that give me 50 rupees. Although the GeoSIM was free, but that fellow, he blatantly asked them 50 rupees. Why? Because that product was so popular, so in demand. He knew that the customer wants it and he saw the opportunity to make money. He made sure that more and more names get there on his register. More and more 50 rupees in form of token money. And then he will use that money to procure that large quantity of SIM through some distributor or somebody. All I am saying is, he did not have GeoSIM. He was sold out, stock out. But he managed to coin from that opportunity. He managed to make money, made profit from that opportunity. So there can be an instance when getting stock out of a product which has a huge demand, which is available nowhere, which is your own proprietorship product. Let's say I sell something, I have made something. It is my proprietorship. Nobody can manufacture that. I will wait for the customer's demand. I will wait for the shopkeepers to place orders. And then according to those orders, I will make a proper plan of manufacturing so that I can make maximum profit. So there can be instances when getting stock out of a project, of a product can make you more money. But in case of Maggi, in case of those products which sell like hotcakes, you cannot be stock out. Lalit, I have already discussed infinite replenishment rate thoroughly in the last class. Just watch the video, okay? Just watch the video of previous class. You will understand infinite replenishment rate. I have explained it thoroughly, okay? Chaliye. Let me just erase all these. Let me not just erase all this. All I am saying is these three are the assumptions. Lalit, okay, Lalit. All I am saying is that replenishment rate simply means suppose a seller placed an order of 90 packets of Maggi to the wholesaler. The wholesaler said that it will take 5 days time. And after 5 days time, the Maggi will reach to your shop. So when after 5 days Maggi reached to my shop, at that time, let's say I had very few packets of Maggi. Let's say I had only 5 packets. And when that package came that had 90 packets of Maggi, I instantly unloaded 90 packets and put it inside the shelf of my shop. So the refill rate, the rate with which 5 packets became 95 packets was instant. That is the meaning of infinite replenishment rate. The speed with which the refill process happened was instant, infinite. And that can only happen in case of a seller who procures things and then sells. But when I will consider the case of Nestle company, that will not happen. When Nestle company will have to make a transition from 5 to 95 packets of Maggi, they will have to produce each and every packet, and that will take some time. That will be a gradual process. That will not be an instant process. That is the meaning of infinite replenishment rate. Let me proceed, guys, otherwise time is already an issue and we will keep on consuming more and more time. So now, Now I am going to write certain notations. I am going to write certain notations. So, what are notations? It is basically the terms that I will be using or representing. So, capital D will represent yearly demand. Capital D will represent yearly demand. Small d will represent demand rate. For example, I will say 3 packets per day. So as the, remember, the demand is uniform. As the demand is uniform, if 3 packets are getting sold per day, I will write 3 into 30 into 12. This is going to be the demand for an entire year. Okay. Vikas Kumar is saying, sir, I paid 50,000 rupees in a coaching to learn from you, and now you are available in just 250 MB data cost. Vikas, times are changing. We will also have to change. You will also have to change. Okay. Desperate times, desperate measures. So, capital D, yearly demand, small d is the demand rate. And what else? What else? What else? What else? I forgot what else. Yes, I will represent TC as the cycle time. I will represent TC as the cycle time or the order cycle, and I will be representing maximum inventory as IM. Maximum inventory as IM. Okay. So let me proceed now. Let me proceed. Assumptions were uniform demand, no shortage, infinite replenishment rate. Notations that I will be using are capital D, yearly demand, small d demand rate, TC the cycle time, IM is the maximum inventory. Let me proceed now. Okay. Now, first I am going to represent the Eoq model 1 with the help of a graph. So guys, let's say somebody is ordering Q quantities of packets of Maggi on the first of every month or on the start of the cycle. This Q packet got consumed in a time period of TC, the cycle time or the order cycle. Again on the first of the next month, he will again order Q packets, he will again receive Q packets, and then again these Q packets will get consumed in TC time period. So when I have a model like this, on any day of the cycle, from here to here, this cycle, this let's say 30 day period, the maximum inventory that I will have will be equivalent to the order quantity. Why? Because when I will receive the order of 90 packets, let's say, on that day, my inventory is going to be at the maximum level, and from that point the inventory count will decline. So for this very first model, remember that lot size is equal to the maximum inventory. Now, we all know that total cost is equal to purchase cost plus ordering cost plus holding cost. I am not considering shortage cost because remember, shortage is not allowed. Now, I am going to write these costs in terms of their respective formulas. Purchase cost will be CU into capital D. Why I am writing capital D? I am considering the total cost for 1 year. 1 year time period. Remember, this is an Eoq model, and Eoq means economic order quantity. That order quantity for which we will have to minimize the total variable cost for 1 year. So the duration that we are considering in these calculations is 1 year. And remember, why I wrote CU into capital D as the purchase cost? I just mentioned that capital D is the yearly demand. In a year, if I want this much amount of Maggi, because this much amount of Maggi is going to be the demand of the consumer or the market, then in 1 year time period, I will pay the purchase cost with respect to this much amount of Maggi. Let's say if the purchase cost is CU per unit, 35 rupees per unit is the purchase cost of one packet of Maggi, then in 1 year time period, I will have to buy capital D units. Now I am going to write the formula of ordering cost, N into C naught plus CH into I average. I hope you all might remember that what are the formulas that we have derived. Okay, let me move on. Now total cost, I am writing CU into D. Instead of this N, I am writing capital D by Q into C naught. Just wait. I will explain, and instead of writing I average, I am writing Q by 2. Why I am doing this? What is N into C naught? My guys, my friends, C naught means टेम्पो वाले का एक बार का भाड़ा 100 रुपए. मैं जितने बार टेम्पो वाले की सर्विस लूंगा, एक बार, दो बार, तीन बार, चार बार, पांच बार, I will pay him into that much. So C naught is rupees 100. सुनो. C naught is rupees 100. Keep listening to me. N is the number of times I will have to take the service of tempo wala. Guys, remember that in an entire year I will have to buy capital D packets of Maggi. In 1 year time period, I will have to buy capital D packets of Maggi, and every start of every cycle I am buying Q packets of Maggi. So basically, I am buying this entire lot in steps of Q. I am saying that let's say I want 1080 packets of Maggi in 1 year and I am ordering 90 packets every month. That means I will order 12 times in a year. So, if I want to calculate capital N, if I want to calculate small n, that is the number of times I will have to use the service of the tempo wala in 1 year. Remember, the duration that we are considering is 1 year. If I want to calculate in 1 year time period how many times I will use the service of tempo wala, that will be capital D by Q. Capital D will be the number of packets of Maggi I want in 1 year. Capital Q will be the number of packets of Maggi I order in one lot every time. Okay. So, let me use the eraser. I hope now you might have understood why I have written D by Q instead of N. Now, remember, the formula for holding cost is CH into I average. Remember, this value here is IM, this is 0, this is 0. So remember, the holding cost is calculated with respect to the rectangle. I will have to consider this a rectangle having average quantity, and in order to calculate that average, what I will have to do, IM plus 0 by 2, that is IM by 2. And what is IM? It is equivalent to the lot size. So I average is Q by 2. So basically, instead of CH into I average, I have written CH into Q by 2. I hope this is understood by every one of you. Any doubt, anybody? Any doubt, anyone? Hello, bolo re baba. Any doubt? Anyone, any doubt? Anyone, any doubt? Hello, anyone, any doubt? Arunopal is having one doubt. Arunopal, what is your doubt? Okay, where is Ashwin? Ashwin, did you get it? Let me just move on then. So guys, now let's see. Okay. We know that this part is the fixed cost. Why fixed? Because for 1 year time period, the total purchase cost will not vary. But we all know that this part is the variable part. This will vary. This will definitely vary. With respect to what? With respect to the lot size. We have already discussed this thoroughly. That the ordering cost will decrease if we will increase the quantity. एक बार मैं ज्यादा मंगा लूंगा तो ordering cost गिर जाएगा. The holding cost will increase if I will order a lot of quantity once. Okay. We are finding economic order quantity through model 1. We are finding economic order quantity for model 1. So remember, economic order quantity minimizes the total variable cost. This is the variable part. Economic order quantity will minimize this for a time period of 1 year. We have already wrote these formulas for 1 year time period. Now, as this part is fixed, both CU and D are fixed. The yearly demand is also fixed. The per unit cost, purchase cost is also fixed. Now again, C naught, tempo wale ka bhada, the cost that the tempo wala will charge me for one time, that is also fixed. He has already said for one run he will charge me 100 rupees. So C naught is fixed, D is fixed, C naught fixed, CU fixed, D fixed. Here also CH, I have already told you that CH has a unit of rupees per unit per time. If somebody will say he will charge me 1 rupees if I will keep 1 packet of Maggi for 1 month, that is fixed. So guys, in the entire total cost equation, what is variable? Only Q is variable, and Q is only present in these parts, which are the variable parts. Q is what? Q is the lot size. We have to find how much is Q. We will have to find how much is Q. Okay, how much quantity we will have to order on the first of every cycle. Right now we were just speculating. I was just giving you an example that 90 packets are getting ordered every month. But it can be 180 packets for every 2 months. It can be 360 packets for every 4 months. It will depend on the economic order quantity value. I hope you all are getting my point. जरूरी नहीं है कि हर महीने मंगाया जाए. हो सकता है, it is a possibility that in case of certain products you will have to order every day. You will have to order every week. You will have to order every 10 days, or you might have to order in some cases for every 6 months. It depends on product to product. It depends on the ordering cost. It depends on the holding cost. Okay, so now what I am doing, what I am going to do, I am just going to differentiate total cost with respect to Q. What I will get? This part is fixed, 0 plus minus C naught D by Q square plus CH by 2. Now I am equating dTc by dQ equal to 0. Why? In order to minimize, remember, I have to minimize total cost with respect to 1 year. As this part is already fixed, it has become 0. 1 by Q का differentiation minus 1 by Q square, Q का differentiation 1. So we have gotten this result, and we are equating this result with equal to 0 in order to minimize the total cost. I hope everybody is getting what I am writing here. So thus what we will get? We will get Q is equal to root over 2 C naught D upon CH. This, guys, is the quantity that I will have ordered, and this quantity is the economic order quantity, EOQ. Let me just star mark this. Okay, so this is the formula of economic order quantity. This, guys, here is the formula we have derived for economic order quantity 1, model 1, and the formula for economic order quantity is root over 2 C naught D by CH. So now I am going to calculate the total minimum cost also. Total minimum cost, what I am going to do, I am just going to, and remember, this is the value of IM also, maximum inventory also, because Q and IM are same. Now I am going to put this value, here as well as here in order to find the total cost, and that total cost corresponding to this value of Q will be the minimum, and that I will get as Cu into D. This is the fixed part, and root over 2 C naught D into CH. This is the variable part. So this is the formula of total minimum cost. Anybody has any doubt up to this point? Just ask me right now. Anyone has any doubt up until this point? Just ask me right now. Hello, anyone? Hello. Anyone? Ask your doubts. Okay. Anybody has any doubt? Nobody? No one has any doubt up until this point? Okay. Divide by CH. Why I will divide it by CH? What are you asking, Ashwin? CH is in the division part here. When I placed Q here, okay, then solving this entire formula, I got this formula. root over 2c naught dch. This is the variable part. Okay, this is the fixed part. Just note it down, guys. So guys, now just listen to me. 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 Guys, again, time has reached its limit. It's already 10:36 now. I have to end this class as 10:45 as per the guidelines. I was just getting pumped up. I just discussed the economic order quantity model 1, and now was the time to discuss some beautiful questions. Now is the time to discuss some beautiful questions, but time is a scarcity on YouTube channel. That's why I urge you all to buy the Unacademy Plus subscription. Okay, guys, tomorrow there is not going to be any special class because today I could not discuss any questions here. The special class will be on Sunday. Special class will be on Sunday at 2:30 p.m. The special class will be on Sunday at 2:30 p.m. Tomorrow we will discuss the questions of economic order quantity model 1, and we might also discuss economic order quantity model 2. So you all know that tomorrow's YouTube class is at 9:15 p.m. Guys, do attend this class. Do attend this class. This class is going to be highly beneficial. I highly recommend you all to attend this class. Okay. Yes, Arunopal, कल YouTube पे class होगा. I'll see you all at 9:15 p.m. on YouTube. The special class will be day after tomorrow, that is on Sunday at 2:30 p.m. where we will discuss some beautiful questions of inventory control. And in tomorrow's class, we will also discuss questions of inventory control, but we will also proceed with the second part, that is the economic order quantity model 2. Guys, remember, YouTube classes are just to titillate you. आपको ये फील कराने के लिए है कि what you are actually getting. This is just a trailer. You see, we are trying our level best to deliver everything on YouTube. But YouTube has so many limitations on interaction level, on communication level, in terms of interface, in terms of what we can provide you. But then also we are trying our level best. So guys, if money is not a concern, please buy the Plus subscription on the Unacademy app. And remember, if you are buying the Plus subscription, use the code, referral code MMM10. This is my code. You will get instant 10% off. You will get instant 10% discount. Okay. So this price here that has been represented on this particular page, this price is of 12-month package price and it is discounted price. Okay, if you will check the Unacademy app, this price is somewhere around 29,500 or 30,000. But if you will use my code MMM10, you will get discount. Okay, if you do not use the code, ask your friends who are joining us, who want to learn from us, they can benefit via this subscription. There is also one iconic package, my friends. Unacademy has introduced this iconic package, which is costing us 45,225 after using the MMM10 code, and again you will get 10% off on this iconic package also. In this iconic package, Unacademy will provide you a separate tutor, a separate mentor, one man, one army. Okay, he will guide you on his personal level. He will make sure he will create timetables for you. He will make sure he will provide you all kinds of study material. He will make sure that you prepare in the best possible way. So that is the iconic package. For more information on the iconic package, you can watch the Unacademy app. You can go check out the Unacademy app. I will also discuss the iconic package thoroughly in my tomorrow's class. Okay. Up until then, guys, if you are enjoying the free content, this is my URL on the Unacademy app. Follow me on Unacademy. Those who have not yet done it, just go to the Unacademy page, follow me, become an activated learner on my page. That will help me. This is my Telegram channel, this second link here. You will get all the information about all the classes that I will be conducting in near future on this Telegram channel, as well as I will share all the practice booklets and PDFs and notes on this Telegram channel. I will share today's PDF also on the Telegram channel. So guys, please go to this link and join the Telegram channel if you want. Up until then, guys, like, share, and subscribe. I thank you all to join this session on this Unacademy YouTube mechanical channel. Bye. Good night. Take care. I'll see you all tomorrow at 9:15 p.m. Best of luck with your preparations. If any doubt, any theory, any question, you can come to the special class on Sunday and we will discuss it thoroughly there. Thank you guys. Bye bye.